Hello guys, so I am back and today we are going to see about the types of crystalline solids. So in the last lecture we have seen that there are four types of crystalline solid, that is the ionic solid, covalent network crystal, molecular crystal and the metallic crystal. So today we will talk about each one in detail. So first we will study about the ionic crystals. So we will study according to points. So the first point will come, that is the constituent particles. Okay, constituent particles. So what are the particles that are present in that crystal? Constituent particles. So first we are going to study about ionic solid, okay, not crystal. Ionic solid. Constituent particles, force of attraction, force of attraction, and what is their movement? Temperature related property, temperature related properties, and its conductivity, and at last we are going to see the examples. Okay, so in these 4 points we are going to classify all the types of crystalline solids. So what are the constituent particles in ionic solid? From the name we can understand that the ionic solids are made up of ions. So the constituent particles are ions. Okay, and ions are of two types. You know that the ions are of two types: cation and anion, where cation is a positive charge as well as anion is a negative charge. Okay, and the force of attraction which holds the particles in the ionic solids are electrostatic force of attraction, electrostatic force of attraction. Okay, so this is the force which holds the particle of the ionic solid. And now the temperature related property, they have a high melting points, and because of high melting points they are hard and brittle. So they are hard and brittle with high melting point, with high melting points. What is the melting point? The temperature at which the solid gets converted into liquid. And what is conductivity? So they are poor conductor of electricity, poor conductor at solid state. Okay, at solid state, but they become good conductor, at liquid state. Okay, so they become good conductor when they are dissolved into liquid. They are good conductor at liquid state. Examples are NaCl, KCl, etc. Okay, so now we have looked about the ionic solid, and now we will look about the molecular crystals. So now let's look at about the molecular crystals. In the molecular crystals, from the name we can see that the constituent particles will be molecules. What are the molecules? That are made up of atoms. When atoms combine together, we get a molecules. And in this, the force of attraction which held the particle is van der Waals forces. In the 11th standard, we have seen what is van der Waals forces. If you want a chapter, if you want to study about the force, you can write down in comment, and I will teach you about the different types of force. And the temperature related properties, in this they are usually soft substance, so therefore they are having low melting point. Okay, so they have a low melting point, and they are poor conductor of electricity, and they are good insulator, insulator means which the okay, so insulator does not provide electricity to flow. And in examples we can see that the ice, that is water at the solid state, carbon dioxide, N2, and these are the examples of the molecular solids. So now let's study about the covalent network crystals, and in this the constituent particles will be atom. Okay, so atom, that is the smallest unit of a matter, will be the constituent particles, and the force of attraction which will help the particle will be covalent bond. Okay, what is the covalent bond? That is a single bond present between the electrons. And the temperature related properties, they are very hard substance, and therefore they have a high melting points. Okay, so they have a high melting points, and they are poor conductor of electricity. Why they are poor conductor? Because electrons are not free to move. Okay, they are not mobile, so therefore the electrons cannot flow and therefore the conductivity cannot take place in the covalent network crystals. And the examples are diamond quartz. Okay, so these are the example of covalent network crystals, and now we will study about the metallic crystals. So now let's look at about the metallic crystals. From the name we can understand that the constituent particles will be metallic elements. So metallic elements are the constituent particles in the metallic crystals. And the force of attraction which held the particle will be metallic bond. What is a metallic bond? It is the attractive interaction between the cation, that is the positive charge, and the mobile electron. Okay, so this attractive interaction constitutes the metallic bond. And what is its conductivity? The last three crystalline solids were the bad conductor of electricity, but this will be a good conductor of electricity because the electrons are free to move. And the examples are metallic elements like sodium, calcium, potassium, etc. Okay, so now we have completed the types of crystalline solids. Meet you in the next lecture. Thank you guys.